Now, my family, someone called Pagan Trelawney on X, formerly called Twitter, posted a comment saying this, and I quote, "Seeing how hard certain British journalists are working to put Meghan in harm's way with inflammatory rhetoric out of a so-called professed duty to the crown, then seeing how warmly welcomed those same people are in royal circles, I have come to the conclusion that the royal family definitely had something to do with the accident that took the late Diana's life, that claimed Diana's life." That's what Pagan Trelawney said on X, formerly called Twitter. And my family, this got me thinking. Indeed, it's true. People who abuse Meghan Markle, my family, are given rewards, are rewarded by receiving some honors. That's what they normally get by having access to members of the royal family, like how Jeremy Clarkson, my family, was basically at a party with Camilla Parker Bowles. This same Jeremy Clarkson that published that vile column about Meghan Markle, targeting Meghan Markle. Also, Piers Morgan was there. These individuals are invited by the royal family to events. The same people who abuse Harry and Meghan. In my family, you never hear from the same people who are complaining, whinging, that, you know what, Prince Harry and Meghan, have told their story. Then they accuse them, Harry and Meghan, of being disloyal. The same ones who go to parties with Camilla Parker Bowles, they never accuse the royal family of being disloyal to Harry and Meghan by whining and dining with individuals who bully and abuse Harry and Meghan, like Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson. You never ever hear them say, you know what, Camilla and Charles are disloyal. How can they invite Piers Morgan himself to parties, or Jeremy Clarkson to parties, after the despicable, vile insults full of misogyny that Jeremy Clarkson basically, abused Meghan Markle? How can he still be invited by Camilla to a party? How? You never ever hear the carnival of so-called experts accuse members of the royal family of being disloyal to Harry and Meghan. You never ever hear that, my family. And my family, that's just one example. Today, I remember something that Prince Harry himself said while promoting his memoir, Spare. When Harry was asked if he has some, unanswered questions about the passing of his mother, there are some words that Harry said to my family that at the time I did not understand. Today I remembered what Prince Harry said in an interview with Tom Bradby that my family at the time I did not understand. At the time I did not understand, because my family, in some questions that Harry was being asked, my family, basically, he was vague in his responses, my family. There are things that he did not want to say. For my family, I feel like Harry knows something. He knows something. And my family, please hear exactly what Harry said in an interview with Tom Bradby promoting his memoir, Spare. Kindly.
About that night, is there anything about that night that you worry is still unexplained, or do you think
there's a lot of things that are unexplained? But I've been asked before whether I want to open up, another inquiry. I don't really see the point at this stage. But I think anyone who knows, again, this is the most amazing thing, that over the last, 5 years, especially the last 2 years, the amount of people that I've met here in America, everyone knows where they were and what they were doing the night my mother died.
You still have questions about
my family?
I mean,
everyone knows where they were the night my mother died. Everyone knows where they were the night my mother died. You know, I want to repeat that again, my family. What Harry said, please.
Questions about that night? I mean, is there anything about that night that you worry is still unexplained, or do you think
there's a lot of things that are unexplained? But I've been asked before whether I want to open up, another inquiry. I don't really see the point at this stage. But I think anyone who knows, again, this is the most amazing thing, that over the last, 5 years, especially the last 2 years, the amount of people that I've met here in America, everyone knows where they were and what they were doing the night my mother died.
Is there anything?
In my family, Harry switches, then speaks about America. He says the amount of people I've met, over the past, 2 years. And then he says that, you know what? The day my mother died, some people knew exactly just where they were the day my mother died. Harry was a bit vague when he said what he said. He also said that he does not see a point of, once again, having an inquiry on the death of his mother. For my family, what did Harry mean? What did Prince Harry mean when he said what he said? In light of already what we see happening to Meghan, how she's attacked, targeted every single day. As you can all see, it's Meghan who is the target. Good Morning Britain, right after the Invictus Games, it brought Thomas Markle to come there and abuse Meghan Markle. Then just a few days ago, they also had one other segment, asking if Meghan will make a good politician. And yet, Meghan has never ever said that she wants to run for any office. My family, it is done for clickbait, but also to continue this targeted harassment of Meghan Markle. And my family, Prince Harry in the Mew Cancy, he told us something very important. I want to quote Harry's very own words on what he said. He said, "My mother was chased to her death, while at the back of a car with someone who is not white. Look what's happening. They won't stop until she is dead." My family, referring to Meghan Markle. Prince Harry was referring to what the tabloid media and the farm are trying to do to Meghan Markle with these constant attacks, constant smear campaigns, my family. My family, we have got to keep condemning what's happening right now. We have got to keep condemning what's happening right now, because what I have seen, my family, Harry is very right about exactly what he has said, my family. My family, let me just Google Meghan Markle right now. I'll Google Meghan Markle news. And my family, let me read you, some top searches right now. For example, Meghan Markle put royal family in the rear view, reinventing herself as Hollywood power player. Number 1 from Fox News. Daily Express. Here's what they wrote. Meghan Markle clinging to royal titles for, and I quote, for dear life. For dear life. As US politics dream torn apart. Don't forget, Meghan has never expressed any intention of running for any office. My family, those are two headlines I've just read you. And my family, I read you that on purpose because already I had seen some things. And one thing that bothered me is the Daily Express headline on what they said. Meghan Markle clinging to royal titles for dear life as US politics dream torn apart. My family, for dear life. For dear life. My family, this kind of rhetoric, they use coded words. But my family, we do know exactly what they're doing, what they intend on happening. And my family, when even this guy, Jeremy Vine, was speaking about the person who was stalking him, the person who was inciting hate against him, his name is Alex Belfield, who's in jail, by the way. He said that he knew that Alex Belfield won't cause him any harm. However, what Alex Belfield was trying to do to him was drum up so much hate against Jeremy Vine that someone wants to act against him, using, by proxy, my family. That's what Jeremy Vine was afraid of. And the same Jeremy Vine condones the hate campaign towards Meghan Markle. He is part of the hate campaign towards Meghan Markle. My family, they all know what they are trying to do. They all know what they want to do, what they intend on doing, my family. And clearly, my family, just as Prince Harry said, these people do want to harm Meghan Markle. And not just through this, rhetoric. They want to do it physically, my family. That's what they want to do. That's the rhetoric online. That's online. And my family, it is despicable what they are doing. And I'm sure it pained Harry even so much to say what he said of exactly just what UK media, they want to do to Meghan. My family, Meghan, who's a woman of color, who just fell in love with Harry, who fell in love with Prince Harry. That's all she did, fall in love and refuse to smile for abusers and live a toxic environment. They hate that when she left with Prince Harry. They truly believed that they could abuse Meghan out of Harry's life. They still believe they can do that. My family, they failed in the UK. And my family, they won't succeed. Now that Harry and Meghan are living in the US, they won't succeed in also abusing Meghan out of Harry's life, like what they want to achieve, my family. And my family, every day, I ask you all to say a prayer for Harry and Meghan, because what they face every day with this kind of, harmful rhetoric that is online, my family, is not easy. It is not easy. It is scary. And no wonder Meghan said in the Harry and Meghan docu-series, and I'm quoting Meghan's words, "You are making people want to kill me. You are making me scared to wake up in the middle of the night to ask, are the kids safe? Are the doors locked?" That's real. That's very real. And even despite Meghan saying that, still, you see the agenda with UK media. They keep going after Meghan every single day. And my family, nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. Harry and Meghan don't want this. They want them to leave them alone. They want tabloids to leave them alone. That's what they want. But clearly, the tabloids don't want to leave Harry and Meghan alone. They want to exploit and exploit and exploit and exploit Harry and Meghan completely until they break them. That is what my family, they want to do to Harry and Meghan. But mainly, the target is always Meghan Markle. She is their primary target. And my family, the actions, the royal family are just utterly despicable. What they are doing, sanctioning, even allowing this constant harassment of Harry and Meghan to continue instead of my family stopping what's happening. Still, the royal family are actively allowing all this stuff to continue, my family. And my family today, I want to read you what Prince Harry said in his memoir spare about what happened to his mother, my family, of how even he went there. And there are some questions that he himself asked my family. And my family, clearly, there is something that Harry must know. And no wonder he said what he said, my family, that some people knew exactly where they were the night my mother died. And Harry says even he still has some unanswered questions. My family, let me revisit what Harry said when he went to the tunnel whereby Diana's car crashed, my family, and Diana lost her life. My family, here is what Harry said, my family. And I quote, England was in the semi-final of the 2007 Rugby World Cup. No one had predicted that. No one. No one had believed England was any good this time round. And now they were on the verge of winning it all. Millions of Britons were swept away with rugby fever, including me. So when I was invited to attend the semi-final that October, I did not hesitate. I said yes immediately. Bonus, the semi-final was being held that year in Paris, a city I had never visited. The World Cup provided me with a driver. And on my first night in the city of light, I asked him if he knew the tunnel where my mother, had passed away, had a car accident, my family. I watched his eyes in the rear view, growing large. He was Irish, with a kindly open face, and I could easily discern his thoughts. What the F word? I did not sign on for this. The tunnel is called Pont de l'Alma. I told him. Yes, he knew it. I want to go through it. You want to go through the tunnel? At 65 miles per hour, to be precise. 65, yes. The exact speed Mommy's car had supposedly been driving, according to police, at the time of the crash. Not 120 miles per hour, as the press originally had reported. The driver looked over at the passenger seat. Billy the Rock nodded gravely. Let's do it. Billy added that if the driver ever revealed to another human that we had asked him to do this, we'd find him and there would be hell to pay. The driver gave a solemn nod. Off we went, weaving through traffic, cruising past the Ritz, where Mommy had her last meal with her boyfriend that August night. Then we came to the mouth of the tunnel. We zipped ahead, went over the lip at the tunnel's entrance, the bump that supposedly sent Mommy's Mercedes veering off course. But the lip was nothing. We barely even felt it. As the car entered the tunnel, I leaned forward, watched the light change to a kind of watery orange, watched the concrete pillars flicker past. I counted them, counted my heartbeats, and in a few seconds, we emerged from the other side. I sat back. Quietly, I said, "Is that all of it? It's nothing. Just a straight tunnel." I'd always imagined the tunnel as some treacherous passageway, inherently dangerous. But it was just a short, simple, no-frills tunnel. No reason anyone should ever die inside it. The driver and Billy the Rock did not answer. I looked out of the window. Again, the driver stared at me in the rear view. Again? "Yes, please." We went through again. "That's enough. Thank you." It had been a very bad idea. I'd had plenty of bad ideas in my 23 years, but this one was uniquely ill-conceived. I told myself that I wanted closure, but I did not really. Deep down, I'd hoped to feel in that tunnel what I felt when JLP gave me the police files. Doubt. Instead, that was the night all doubt fell away. My family, let me just kindly pause there for a while, my family. Based on what Harry is saying, he is saying that based on police reports, they say the car was going at 65 miles per hour based on the police report. And Harry himself was like, "You know what, driver? Let's go using the same speed. I want to see something." And my family, when he went through that tunnel, it was like, even that, lip, my family, even that lip, when they went over the lip at the tunnel's entrance, the lip or the bump that supposedly sent Mommy's Mercedes veering off course, the lip was nothing at 65 miles per hour. The lip, the bump was nothing. That's what Prince Harry tells us. It was nothing. Based on what he felt, based on what my family, what he was doing, he felt it was nothing. That this should be enough to cause someone to lose their life. In fact, that's what Prince Harry himself said, my family. He said, no reason anyone should ever die inside it. And the driver and Billy the Rock did not answer. My family, for me personally, I have had my suspicions. Dodi's father, who passed away just a few, weeks ago. My family, he's someone who felt so much pain over the loss of his child. And my family, he said that, first of all, he was told by Diana that she was expecting a child of Dodi. And however, you're having the palace, the royal family saying that that's not true. That's a lie. And my family, we may never ever find out what the real truth is about, whether or not, Diana was pregnant with Dodi's child or not. We may never ever find out the truth. But my family, based on what he himself said, based on what Dodi's father was saying, my family, what reason did he have to lie? What reason did he have to lie? He is someone who, for a long time, clearly, he felt the pain of the loss of his son. For a long time, he felt the pain of the loss of his son, my family. He has never been able to heal or recover from that. And a few weeks ago, he passed away. For my family, basically, even Diana herself, based on what has been said in my family, that she left a letter that read like this, my family. I want to read you what that letter said, my family. You know, about what Charles or the royal family were basically planning, my family. You know, I want to read you what, was in my family. By Diana. And I quote, "I am sitting here at my desk today in October, longing for someone to encourage me to keep strong and hold my head high. This particular phase in my life is the most dangerous. My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure." That is what basically, has been reported. Was a letter written by Diana. Allegedly, my family. That is what has been said, and also it's online. Anyone can be able to find it, my family. And my family, she said that my husband is planning a car accident in my car, brake failure, a serious head injury, in order to make the path clear for him to marry Teggy. She says Teggy. Camilla is nothing but a decoy. So my family, first of all, Charles did not marry Teggy. Charles married Camilla Parker Bowles. But Diana believed that Charles was trying to make way for him to marry Teggy, the woman who became, basically Harry and William's nanny as they were growing up, my family. And my family, first of all, let me just say this stuff, that my family, the royal family, can get away with many, many things. Many, many things. Many, many things, really. And I have no idea if it's true, really, that what happened to Diana was just a car accident, that a drunk driver. I have no idea if that is just, the whole truth based on what we have been told. Because clearly, even from Harry's own words, what he has said, he himself does not believe it. He says that there are many unanswered questions, and we may never ever find out the truth, really. Because even Diana's letter, she thought that Charles wanted to marry Teggy. But clearly, as you all have seen, Charles married Camilla Parker Bowles. That's what, has happened. And now Camilla is the queen. So my family, on that angle, Diana was wrong. My family, on that angle. I have no idea if Charles had any kind of, relationship with Teggy. I have no idea. I have no clue. For my family, what Diana wrote here about, an accident, it did happen to her. And she died from that car accident, my family. And she was afraid. She was afraid. She clearly was very, very fearful of what could happen to her. And my family, it's so sad that she lost her life. The farm are very, very dangerous people. Very, very dangerous individuals, my family. And that's why even I firmly believe that it's better off for Meghan to always keep a distance from those kinds of people. Not just her, but also her kids. Because even right now, despite the fact that Meghan has pled victim, still, she is hounded, harassed. UK media can't go a day without mentioning Meghan's name. And my family, what they're doing is constantly inciting hate against both Harry and Meghan, but mainly Meghan. And my family, it has got to stop. It has got to stop. We condemn the actions of the UK media. Now, as Harry has said, there are so many unanswered questions, my family. I can't tell you if Charles had anything to do with Diana's death, my family, because I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. You know? But from Diana's letter, clearly she was scared. Clearly she was terrified of what could happen to her. She was terrified, afraid, and scared. And Harry says people know where they were the night his mother died. So my family is like, he knows something. He knows something, but there are things he won't say. It's like he knows something, my family, but he won't say. And he may never ever say. But my family, you all have to agree that what's happening right now, these attacks, this harassment of Meghan Markle, this rhetoric being used, you know, targeting Meghan Markle, it's very, very dangerous rhetoric. Very dangerous rhetoric, my family. You know? My family, I'll also read you one other headline that I saw. You know? I want to read you another headline that I did see, my family, which I have to say is very, very dangerous, you know, rhetoric. You know, we have to document this stuff because my family, it's just bad to keep on seeing, you know, what we are seeing, my family. Now, my family, here is what basically was said. And I quote this headline from Geo TV, from Geo News, my family. Here's what they wrote. And I quote, just on September 21, 2023. September 21, 2023. Here's what they wrote. And I quote, Meghan Markle simply cannot survive another year. My family, you tell me if that rhetoric is okay. You know? You tell me if using that rhetoric is okay for headlines. My family, these are dangerous rhetorics being used by the media to target Meghan Markle. Dangerous rhetorics. And my family, they have to be called out because my family, you know, just seeing what I am seeing, Harry is right about what they're trying to do, my family. You know, my family, it's like if you leave the institution, it's like the tabloids, the establishment just wants to, you know, finish you off. If you leave the toxic institution. My family, they wanted Meghan to leave. She left. I know that the problem is really, is that Harry left with her. But my family, what did they expect? What did they expect really? That Harry would just abandon Meghan, you know, and his son Archie? That Meghan would leave the UK alone and go back to America alone? Listen, if even that had happened, would they have left Meghan alone? No. No, my family, they would not. They would not. That's how UK media really are, my family. And there's something that needs to be done about this disgusting rhetoric. It must stop. And we must call it out. And Prince Harry, as a man, there's no way, after what he endured, the loss of his mother, just stands there and watches as UK media and the farm also try to cause harm to his wife, Meghan Markle. And my family, he has not just stood there and watched. He has done something about it, my family, and that is to keep Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet, now his daughter, safe. My family, we are proud of what Harry has been able to do, my family. And Harry has been vocal about the threats that my family, he feels, really, truly are in Britain. And no wonder he is not bringing, Meghan or Archie or Lilibet to the UK, my family, because of the threats from the UK media. Most importantly, my family. Hear what Harry said himself, my family.
The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse. I feel safe here. My family feels safe here. I'm happy. My family's happy. The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse. I feel safe here. My family feels safe here. I'm happy. My family's happy.
My family, as you've heard what Prince Harry has said, my family, that the safety of his family will always be our priority. Is priority, my family. If you ever wonder why Meghan won't come to the UK, Harry himself has said it isn't safe there for Meghan or Archie or Lilibet. No wonder he does not bring Meghan or Archie or Lilibet whenever he comes to Britain, my family. Harry said so himself. And my family, his words truly ring true with the kind of rhetoric we see out there from the media. By the media, my family, it's despicable, hateful. And my family's like, they want something to happen, something bad. And my family, I pray it never ever happens. I pray that Meghan, God will always keep her safe, my family. And it's also despicable what happened to Diana and also what's right now happening to Meghan Markle with these constant attacks and also harassment. It's high time it ends and stops, my family. And my family, we must demand the firm and UK media leave Harry and Meghan alone. And for the UK media to stop this hateful, racist rhetoric towards Meghan Markle. It's high time they stop doing what they are doing, my family. And may God bless Meghan, Archie, Lipetana, and Doria Ragland. My family, you tell me your thoughts about, what we have spoken about, my family. Diana's letters. Also what Harry did, going through the tunnel in France whereby his mother died. I want to hear your opinion, my family, on that, my family also. And my family also on what's currently happening right now with this targeted attacks, towards Meghan Markle. My family, may God always keep Meghan, Archie, Lily, and Harry safe every single day, because what they face every day, my family, is just, it is dangerous what UK media and the firm are doing with this constant hateful rhetoric. It's dangerous, my family, and it's high time they stop doing what they are doing, my family. Now, you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed kindly. I like to hear your opinion, my family. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and all of you. Stay tuned for this video. Love you always and forever, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.